Hiya, how you doing? Just got back from a workshop, lovely morning. And because I'm not doing any actual talks at the moment, I thought I'd just quickly share a few thoughts with you that I've been having. So, a lot of people struggling at the minute. And I want you to think, if you had a slab on your drive that was unlevel, and every time you come out the door you tripped over it, what would you do? Well, hopefully you'd probably get used to it being there and you'd walk around it. Well, you'd have it fixed, wouldn't you? You wouldn't just, I hope none of you are daft enough to just keep tripping over it day in, day out. That'd be a bit blooming silly. But how many of us keep letting ourselves get to the point where we draw a line or start afresh after going off track? I've gone off track again. We keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. It's the definition of madness, that is. We always think that we'll behave differently this time. Everything will be different. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great. It's great when we say we're going to draw a line and we're going to start fresh and we feel that we can do it. That start. You remember that when you start over and you're like, right, this is it. I'm doing it now. And we always think when we get to that place that we are going to do it. But let's be honest, how many lines have you drawn? Believing that the new you is going to have so much more motivation, more stamina, more willpower. Well, guess what? They're not, because if it was that easy, we wouldn't keep drawing lines. If we were going to have more motivation and willpower, you wouldn't be in this place again and back to where you started. We wouldn't have a need to, because we'd have got it sussed. And then there's the other idea that we have. Maybe there's something new. Maybe we can try a new solution, a quick fix, a drink, a lotion, a potion, some tablets. We see somebody else succeeding, so we ask them what they're doing in the hope that might work for us as well. But the truth is that they're actually probably just a short little distance time away from having to draw a line too. So what about, for a change, we actually accept that this time there will be that moment in the future where we won't have that willpower to stay on track, where we won't be motivated for whatever reason. How about we anticipate and we plan for that? And that's not being negative, by the way. That's being realistic. Think about it. If you think about everything in your life, if you truly believe that everything in life is rosy, it's just a little naive, isn't it? You might be going through a good stage at the moment, but if you believe that that's going to last forever, then I hope it does, but good luck with that. So let's be prepared for the times that it doesn't happen, when we know in the past we've got off track. So instead of saying this morning, right, that's me, I'm drawing a line, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to plan all my meals for the coming week. Yeah, we've done that too, haven't we? How many times have you done that? Or going shopping for lots of healthy foods. And I'm not saying that's not a bad idea. You can go and do that too. But how about you sit down, get a pen and a pad, and for the change, you plan how you're going to deal with the next time you reach that tipping point, which causes you to fall off track and need to draw a line. That time when you land face in the sand, and you know that either the next day, the next week, or the next month, you're going to be drawing a new line again. So how about we plan for that instead? Spend some time actually thinking about the reasons you've fallen off track in the past. Don't see it as failure, see it as feedback. Use it to your advantage. Start by being your own expert. Be your own guru. No one knows you better than you know yourself. So ask yourself questions that might help you. When are you likely to fall off the wagon? What's likely to be the thing that pushes you over the edge? When are you most likely to quit? What causes you to give up? What are your triggers? Maybe you can't stop these things from happening in your life, but being aware of them, you can have a plan in place, ready to help you deal with it the next time it happens. And your solutions might be different to somebody else's, because we're all different. Personally, I stress eat. That's one of my biggest triggers. And throw a bit of stress at me and I pour a glass of wine and think about cheese. So one of the things I've done to help me with this is I've started doing yoga. So that's helping some of the stress from even happening in the first place. But then I also try not to keep the food in the house, that go-to food, the cheese and onion crisps, the big blocks of cheddar, because I know if I'm honest, I'm going to eat them. I can't eat what's not there. The dog's behind me crying. So you could ask yourself, how are you going to feel when you do give in? So that's another thing you can try. You know, sort of sit there and think, if I do give up again, how am I going to feel? It might stop you from doing that. Remind yourself how you felt in the past. Acknowledge that actually overeating in this way is not serving you at all. It's not making you feel any better. It might just stop it from happening quite as frequently if you start to acknowledge that the fact that you do it don't make you feel great. You know, think back to the things that you wanted to eat, or think back to why you wanted that food, because it's not always just because it tastes good, is it? You've been resisting all that lovely, delicious food for weeks, or eating it in portion sizes, and then suddenly you've got to have loads of it. So ask yourself why. You know, there's loads of healthy food out there that tastes absolutely amazing, and that weren't what you were craving for. You didn't choose that this time. You didn't choose that when you were stressing. So yeah, let's be ready for the next time that we're about to start afresh. It might, if you can pause before you fall, you might find yourself flying. You might find yourself succeeding and failing less often. Alfie wants to go home. Let me just let him go. Go on your bike. Never get a bit of peace in this house. You can't never get a bit of peace. So yeah, let's focus on flying. You know, when are you most likely to go off track? Where have you been when it's happened? It might be a certain situation, a certain environment that causes it. What did you crave? Why did you crave it? That's an hard question. Probably not. You're probably all sitting there going, oh, I don't know. I just don't know. And that's because we're choosing not to pay attention. Remember, every decision, every choice, it's always a choice. Everything you do is always a choice. If you choose to eat the crisps, you choose to eat the crisps. Take your power back and acknowledge that. Stop choosing to be an emu and burying your head in the sands. Let's start helping ourselves and being prepared and having a plan. Decide what would help you next time that you get to that tipping point, instead of just keep doing it over and over again. And let's start loving ourselves, because we don't take care of anything we don't love. You know, you are beautiful, you are enough, and you matter. And treat yourself like you would treat somebody else that you absolutely adore, and start looking after yourself. You know, focus on your well-being, not your weight. I don't care if you're 12 stone or 20 stone. If you are eating good food and taking care of yourself, that's all that matters. So let me know how you get on. Let me know what you think. Put me some comments in the comment box, and let's have a great day. The sun's shining. Maybe get out there and have a little bit of a walk. Maybe cook yourself something delicious for your tea. I'm having a steak, and I'm having a few chips, and I'm having some mushrooms and peas to balance it out. So let me know what you're having for your tea. Love ya, miss ya. Take care.